Welcome aboard the Dasanasi. Today your conductors are myself, Nova, Savanta, and Dongo. We're resuming our activities at Cyberslueth.
Doing what cyber sleuths do, which is apparently just fucking whatever.
If it's on the whiteboard, we gotta do it. It's like part of our job.
Yeah, are we even being paid to do this?
Yes, we do get like some money, but like most of our money comes from doing Digimon battles. Nine more
I
beads
like to
already.
think when you defeat the Digimon, it just wires money into your bank account.
Yeah.
The Digimon just have money, so we're beating them up and taking it. I
It's
guess.
they live in human spaces. It's like finding money in the couch. Like humans just drop money everywhere they go.
Yeah. Brutal violence against these digital monsters is the equivalent of pulling money out of the couch.
I mean, it basically
don't-
is with how much pocket change we get from each battle. We
No,
get
the
like
reason I think the reason we get so much is because so Digimon, they would have digital currency. You see where I'm going with this?
oh, they have
Bitcoin.
crypto.
They have crypto. Yep.
I suppose with more employees, the supplies use up that much faster. Unfortunately. Why don't you buy some takoyaki from the third floor to go with your coffee?
That sounds disgusting.
Only a child does no more than what they are asked. Go above and beyond, and you'll seem quite clever.
I'm almost worried that if you had the idea of like octopus and coffee, that the woman would try to make coffee like that.
Yeah, I got the coffee beans Kyoko asked for. What new horror will she create from using incredible beans that smell so good?
Like why would you have coffee with takoyaki? That sounds like a flavor combination that no one would ever want.
Well, it's very simple, you see. Coffee is hot, takoyaki is also hot, therefore,
Burn your mouth.
yeah, exactly.
Well, at that point, you're not tasting, you're feeling.
Feeling the agony. You know, still better than drinking that woman's coffee.
What new combinations will she surprise us with?
This is... Yep, that's an awkward silence if I've ever seen one.
You just stared at her and then she ran off.
Social anxiety be like
Just a second.
nationwide B-level gourmet battle. Our restaurant becomes a culinary battleground. Okay, Food Wars.
The hell? It's like a friggin' Pokemon thing. Like, battles and food?
Braided yam ramen, tuna scraps gyoza, the famous massive frozen custard dim sum. What? What?
The famous
Huh?
massive frozen custard dim sum.
I don't think that those flavors work together.
Alright. Is this where Kyoko learned to make coffee?
This is what Yuko was looking at.
Well, this is just her whole train of thought. This is not even an individual option. This is her entire train of thought.
She did. Her mouth was definitely watering. Nobody mouths would water over this.
No, she just did I hear her mouth water over this? She did. Her mouth was definitely watering. Nobody's mouth would water over this. That's her entire train of thought. It's not even individual options.
Yeah, we have to choose one? Come on. This food's horrible. Also, I love that image of her with her and then another her in the background.
Yeah.
It's like a JoJo thing. Go now, my stand.
Do the Digimon technically count as stand, considering like people don't really believe in it? It's only exists in a special world.
Well, if it only exists in the special world, they can still see it in the special world.
True. And we don't have the crazy outfits. It's kind of just more weird.
Another train of thought.
It's a whole train of thought. Did your mouth
It's like
water? Your mouth watered, didn't it? Your mouth watered. I know it did.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? So that's not too far up either. I mean, look at Kyoko. My mouth is watering.
I knew you were gonna make that joke.
Just because it's predictable doesn't mean it's not funny.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, yet again another
Wow.
case of we're
Is
not
it
just
some-
therapists, we're a detective.
Well, actually, at least they're not treating you like supernatural whatevers right now.
I'll say I'd rather take that rather than being a therapist right now.
Are you sure? Or is this seems like a legitimate investigation for once?
I guess so. Chapter 5, the search continues. Yuko Kamishiro.
上白悟さん、上白エンタープライズの前社長ですね。はい。昨年お亡くなりになった。自殺だったと。
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
It is an investigation case.
I guess, but like, what? Okay.
It's always suicide.
We're still ghost hunters, I guess.
Well, I mean, who said we had to investigate his ghost? We could just be investigating the circumstances around him.
You never know with people these days. You never know what could set them off.
Jeez, okay.
It was a bad financial year. Okay, dark jokes aside.
それでなぜ自殺ではないと？何か確証がおありですか？確証はありません。だからこそ。なるほど。ごも手がかりはおそらく先日調査していただいた山科誠。彼は昨年まで上白の研究員でした。
Yes, of course, a random researcher would know about her father.
I mean, I guess if you ended up working close to him, maybe. Ooh, or mystery.
Yeah, your employer died. Why would you stick around? Just gaslight her.
Okay, that just seems more like an coincidence.
父の死についてきっと何かを知っていると。我々に山科真子、あなたは再び依頼に来たということは無事試験に合格したわけだ。
Well, a case is a case, so I guess we have to investigate.
We passed your test. That's right, we'd still love you if you were a worm.
Did you pass that test?
Alas, no. Just... I talked to a worm, they said, would you love me if I was a human? It was a weird day. I need to get some of that acid again.
いや、素直に答えていただけたということ。お父上の調査。ちょっとすみません。もしもし。はい。はい。違います。わかりました。すぐに戻りますから。リンさんは本社で待っていてください。すみません。休養ができました。そのようですね。よろしくお願いします。これはかなり大掛かりな調査になりそうだ。本腰を入れて当たらねばな。うまくすれば上白の過去や内部事情も暴くことができるだろう。
This seems like it's out of our pay grade, but alright.
It definitely is, but like... That's why we're getting the big detective.
私はその間君はもう一度山科誠の自宅を訪ねてみてくれ。新しい事実が出てくるかはわからないが、ま、ダメ元だよ。
I think
Nothing
that.
ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what that was.
ダメ元
But why is she saying like that? Like,
ダ
Nivung,
メ元か
Nivung. Sounds like the
いやすまない
Windows sound.
大したことダ
Bing.
メ元ご存知の通りダメで元々が略された言葉なのだが彼はダメでもともと
Yeah, the localizations people tried their best.
It's hard to like when it's fully in Japanese.
なかなかどうして
Some jokes just don't translate that well.
趣のある表現だと
Yeah, it makes a whole lot more sense in Japanese as I was listening to it. I was like,
そう深く
and
考
then
える
reading
も
the
のでもない
subtitles was weird.
それこそ無粋さて無駄話
In Japanese, she was just taking the first syllable of all of the words in the phrase. And that's probably why the English localization went ahead and chose the first letter of the phrase each. So you can just assume instead of saying nvung, she said NVNG. Or something like that.
You're 7-1. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know any Kamishiro. You're asking if I've never heard of him. That's the first I've heard of them was from you. That was before that. On the news, I think? Wait, no. Maybe I heard it from my daughter?
Ooh, we got a case of amnesia, don't we?
I don't know. Ask my daughter. Ask Chica. I need to lie down. I suddenly feel dizzy. She said she was going to Shibuya, I believe. New single from the band was going to be available for a limited time at Shibuya Records. Digimon? No, that wasn't it.
Oh, thank God. I was so upset we'd have to hear more about fucking Jimmikin.
Oh, there you are.
What in the hell?
よくぞ僕の存在に気づいたね。僕の名はビクトリー内田。将来社長になるのが
CEO of what, dude?
君もビッグな人物になる気配を感じるね。その次も内田を見つけること。
What in the fuck?
In both games, you can find them hidden throughout each of the maps.
I mean, it's not
All
like
right,
he's trying to hide.
He's hiding in plain sight,
With-
and sometimes you don't notice him. What he
With
gave
hair
us
like that, how could you hide?
always successful escapes from battle. These things are like helpful if you need like a stat boost in the pinch, but like they don't like permanently increase it. So you would. So like if you need a specific stat requirement, you're not gonna be able to reach it with these.
Okay, so they're like the X items in Pokemon then.
Yeah, it's only temporary. Is it as temporary
Only
as?
there was an XP multiplier.
I think there's a Digimon for it. For that. You say you have questions again? We just want to be left alone. Well, what is it now? What about my dad? There's not really much to say. Recently, my dad was a workaholic. He didn't even come home on his days off. They seemed to change more recently. His focus shifted to taking care of his family. Ah, yes, the absentee father. Alright.
Sorry, I'm just distracted by the sign, which is in fucking Comic Sans.
Oh, I just didn't even notice. I was not paying attention to that. Fill the world with music.
Pretty sure that probably that sign was probably in English or Japanese before, and then the localizers did not give a crap when replacing the textures.
They just went into fucking Microsoft Paint or whatever.
Not sure why exactly. Maybe
God.
something changed with his work. Or I knew he worked for a place called the Now Corporation, but shouldn't you be on your way? I don't have much free time either. Can I go now?
Okay.
Had it good. Find any useful clues? Now Corporation. I hadn't thought there'd be a connection there. Our paths had crossed before. Detective Matayoshi looked into the company once before. My father was involved in the investigation too. They were following up on a hunch, apparently. Okay, you can look into that Now Corporation for me. The corporate pavilion near the Eden entrance. Right.
The music
You
makes me
can-
feel like we're about to play a Metal Gear game.
We just got wind of a conspiracy.
I mean, it's similar to a Metal Gear game. There's a hot woman who's allergic to wearing proper clothing.
And we get frequent interruptions by a codec call.
I'm just imagining like someone walking by, they see you disappear into a friggin' bone. They just like start to pour out the coffee. Had too much of this shit.
Does sound kind of unfamiliar? Yes, I'm sure I've never heard of it. Hey, who cares about that? More importantly, what do you think about Eden's avatar system? Are you really satisfied with it? You don't even care, do you? With that face, of course you don't. Damn. Alright.
He works for the company, you can just tell.
Alright, sir, let's just walk away from you.
Very quickly, not even slowly.
That's the company that created the research to the Eden avatar system, isn't it? Thought they were bought out by some big company a long time ago. They aren't around anymore. They head back to the office.
Yeah, we talked to 2 people, that's enough.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We just talked to the random guy that gave us the right information.
おう、女子くん。探偵家業にはもう慣れたか？なんだその顔は。俺がここにいちゃいけねえみてえな顔だな。
I mean, are you supposed to be here?
実は妙なことに当時のナイルコープの調査資料が見つからなくてね。
We just need a conspiracy board.
Impossible. Perhaps the archives are incomplete.
それで当事者ご本人にご足労願ったというわけ。
見つからなくて当然だ。調査資料の一切合切を上白が保管して。
上白が？
京ちゃんを前にこんなこと言うのは情けねえんだが、俺たちはそうするしかなかったんだ。
あの疑惑ですね。
ああ、当時上白がナイルコープを不正買収した疑惑が持ち上がった。
Again, I feel like this is out of our
Boy.
pay grade.
Yeah, not really. Like, corporations illegally acquiring others? This is kind of...
俺と京ちゃんの親父さんとで調査を進めていたんだが、
問題とは？
上から圧力がかかってきやがったんだ。おかげで俺たちは調査を断念せざるを得なくなっちまった。
Totally not suspicious at all.
その時、お金なしの条件として、
I'll say
調
this
査
is
資料のすべてを上白側に。
上白が手を
They're starting to make it seem like anyone else who was involved with Nile Corporation was killed. We barely made it out alive.
それも暗黙の了解だったわけだ。闇の深さを思い知った俺たちは、あえて騒がず、資料の保管先の追跡に専念した。親父さんが亡くなった後も追跡は続けている。今資料は上白のメインサーバー、 アバロンサーバの奥深くに保管されているよ。おそらく上城の社員たちが機密情報データベースと呼んでいる電の追跡といってもデータの所在をこの目で確認しているわけじゃない。
So you have no way of confirming. It's just yet another hunch.
あくまで周辺捜査
Yep,
デー
just
タ
a hunch.
の推測。つまりただの勘だがね。
Call it my
十
intuition.
分なお墨付きですよ
Dude.
ではそろそろ預けていたもの
いやしかしだな、京ちゃん。相手はあの上城だぞ。
If she's crazy enough to
Okay.
make that coffee, like I think she's crazy enough to take on the corporation that runs the internet.
Really, though.
世界にその名を轟かす大企業の厳重なセキュリティをどうやって
ここは敬明不当の孤児に習いましょう。閉ざされた門は強行突破ではなく策略を持って相手に開けさせればいいんです。
おいおい、そんなことが
不可能を可能にしてこそ探偵により見つけるという。
Okay, I think that's asking way too much from a simple detective.
Yeah. Alright, good detective makes the impossible possible. Does that mean Sherlock Holmes can rewrite the fabric of reality?
I mean, depending on the timeline, I guess so.
Sure.
And
Fucking whatever.
and considering the fact that the author like hated him so much, he tried to kill him off and like was getting backlash, so he had to erase his death.
Yeah.
上城への侵入に
You know, that's just a part of being a good detective.
Just
Death is only a suggestion.
and we're only half dead too, technically.
Yep.
ちょうど時間だ。失礼します。今回も時間通りの来訪ですね。依頼人の上白優子さん。調査に進展は。
上城優子？ひょっとしてそうか。上城の親族なら誰にも怪しまれず本社内へ。
Yeah, we got a woman on the inside.
お嬢さん、頼む。力を貸して。
そういうどうかな。ぜひ調査。それは構いません。私もあの疑惑についての真相は知りたいですから。
おお。
Ah, yes, breaking into like the highly protected server.
ですが、私は未成年という理由で社内での権限が私にできるのはおそらく本社ロビーに招き入れる。そうですね。学校の友人を見学に招待。
Now you're thinking like a criminal? Bring your friends, get them in trouble as well.
本社ロビーまでは怪しまれずに。
まあ俺や京ちゃんじゃ友人ってのは難しいだろうな。下手すりゃ
助手一人送り込めれば上々だ。よろしく頼む。しかしそこからどうやって機密情この人が仮にウィザード級のハッカーだったとしても不可能だと思いますけど。
A Cyberslueth can make the impossible possible. We gotta say the super cool line.
Yeah, I guess we're lucky I'm a Cyberslueth. No.
No! God, that's like the Marvel kind of writing. God. That sounded cooler in my head.
そこ
God.
は電脳探偵の領分。わかりました。では手配します。
We're gonna get in there, beat up their digital animals that are totally causing everything,
実際どう
and make Bitcoin.
侵入方法ですか？とある依頼でちょっとしたプログラムを入手しましたね。知人の手を借りて助手専用にカスタマイズして。では早速助手くん、まずは三神楽美玲の元へ向かってくれたまえ。先方に話を通しておく。
We should really have this thing on silent.
God, right? Especially if we're trying to be stealthy and infiltrate buildings.
Also, oh yeah, we haven't unlocked that yet. Never mind. My preparations are complete. Go ahead and take this program. There it is.
Ooh, now we are playing a Metal Gear game.
It's, I can see those program repurposed from the Baku program Kyoko gave me. By using this, you'll be able to perfectly match your account information. Effectively, you'll be invisible. Not only in cyberspace, but in the real world as well.
No fucking way.
You'll potentially be used as a wide variety of crimes. We give
Hey,
you
now we're talking.
your dipping bond with Digimon. I trust you won't use it for evil purposes.
Boo.
Let me just wire some money into my bank account.
Things went well, it seems.